Okay, I worked there for 35 years, and I had a lot of experiences there, you know, a lot of different jobs, and they were all good, but one better than the other, but they were all good.
I started at Quaker, I was 20, and I turned 20 on the day I start working, January 8, 1980.
I started in 1993, 18 years old.
When did you end?
I had material handler. Yeah.
Well, I worked at Quaker back in 1994. I want to say I think I maybe started $11 an hour or so, and for 1997 that was actually pretty good. And they were so busy, we always had overtime, and weekends were mandatory, Saturdays were mandatory. So every week you worked 48 hours for sure, if not more. So for back then, that was a good pay for an 18-year-old.
Quaker Fabrics contributed to Fall River by employing a lot of people, like, you know, it was a lot of people that they employed there because there was 3 shifts running with the same amount of people, except for the office, you know. The office, it's only in the morning, like personnel, and so, but besides that, there was a lot of people there. There's too many buildings running at the same time, with 3 shifts each one, so it was good, you know.
You know, everybody came to Fall River. That time, I say maybe 30% go to Quaker or Joanne Fabric.
So Quaker Fabrics gave us a paycheck. Then we were able to buy a car, our house, got on vacation. It was all through the paycheck, then Quaker Fabric gave it to us for our work.
I start, first job I have, start 7 o'clock, 7 to 3. And I did 11 to 7.
When I started there in 1980, I started with $6.25 per hour. And when I left, I was making $18 an hour.
When I first started there, it was the most beautiful time. Like, it was like everybody was delicious, like, you know, they were so good. Yeah. So
My income, an hour or a week. I think $16 an hour, 16 something, the time I left.
Now, comparing your source of income, what were the prices of items or specific things at your time period when you were working there?
I have no idea. A long time ago, after you get married, you forgot a lot of things.
I couldn't tell you. Gas was really cheap back then, $1 something. Depending on where you could go, you could maybe get it for 97, 98 cents a gallon. Making that kind of money was pretty good back then. And then I could still go grocery shopping. Whereas now I choose.
Well, I used to pay $25 weekly for an apartment. That was my rent. And the gas was 80-some cents, 99 cents. So everything was completely different from now. $100 bill will give me, I will go to the store with a full month with groceries.
There were so many memorable moments from when I was working at Quaker. It was fun. We were young, so they had all the older people on the first shift. There were 3 shifts, so the place was 24 hours a day, 7 days a week it was open. And so most of the time on the off shifts, it was all the younger crowd. All the older ladies were on first shift. So we used to have a lot of good times there. Caused a lot of trouble. Caused lots of trouble. Christmas was fun. They used to, oh my goodness, it was fun. I don't think we could get anybody in trouble anymore by saying what really all the stuff that we really did, which was absolutely nothing during the holiday. They can't fire us now, right?
The atmosphere was like the weather, you know. Some days, if one went through bad stuff, you know, the night before, the following day will be like, you know, but it was like the weather, you know. But most of the times it would be a happy atmosphere, very happy.
I mean, no shift was easy because we all were doing the same thing. I mean, the all the big supervisors, all the big the you know, the all the big head honchos, they worked on the first shift pretty much. So the people on second shift and on third shift could maybe get away with a little more trouble, causing trouble, than the first shift. So, but it was hard. No, all shifts were pretty much they were the same pretty much.
Quaker Fabrics, after I'm working there for 10 to 14 years, we were altogether close to 7,000 employees.
We used to share food, like we used to cook at night, and it's, okay, I got this for, you know, for lunch today. So everybody will wait for lunch. Sometimes it would be baked beans, but everybody was waiting for the baked beans. So it was good though.
So, Quaker Fabrics, as I can hear, is very rich with their employees and helping them and supporting them. Is there anything that Quaker's done that companies in Fall River nowadays should take notes on?
Yeah, definitely. We have Thanksgiving. They used to give us the turkey and the basket with everything we need to cook the turkey. So comes to this Christmas time, we used to have a gift from them. They used to take us out. So every holiday during the year, they always did something for their, whatever it was, we always got something. Right now, in nowadays, I don't think no other companies around does for their employees what Quaker did for us, Quaker Fabric.
A lot of things were really great about Quaker Fabrics. They were very family oriented. They liked having like summer outings, and they were always giving us little gifts and stuff throughout the years. And you met a lot of nice people. You made some friendships. Some people got husbands and wives from working there for so many years, and it was nice. It was lots of entire families worked there, husbands, wives, children. It was amazing. Now when you look back, I mean, when you're working there and it's 200 degrees standing by those machines and you're miserable, now when you look back, you actually miss it. It was like, wow, we had a good time while we were there. You worked hard, but it was a good time. They tried to make it fun. Every once in a while they tried to give you back a little.
We all needed to pay attention to what we were doing, like, because like one time I was working on a loom, and there has an arm that goes back and forward, and I was done working, so I remove all the safety precautions, that was there, don't run the machine, this and that. I did it myself. I remove everything out of there, and I walk away. But then all of a sudden, I thought about like I forgot something inside the loom. When I went back, I didn't say nothing, and I saw the weaver coming, and he was going to start the loom. If I hadn't dropped myself to the floor, I could have got hurt right there, but it was my fault. So it was, we got to pay attention, no matter where we go, and so.
I used to work third shift, so for years I worked third shift, going at 11 o'clock at night clock out at 7 o'clock in the morning. You couldn't sleep on your shift. A lot of noise. You had to wear earplugs, and some, depending on certain yarns, you had to wear masks, and you were dirty. There was dust everywhere, and grease and oils, and you had to be careful so you wouldn't lose a finger, and you wanted to make sure your hair was pulled back so it wouldn't get wrapped up in a machine and you get scalped. And it was something. I mean, they tried to make it as safe as possible for everybody, and you had to pay attention. You had to keep your eyes open and your fingers out of the way, because if not, those would go too.
Machine fix is a dangerous job. No, you work with blades and belts, main shafts, stuff like that. Yeah.
Blades. Every machine had a razor blade on it, and all these looms and stuff had these working arms. If you were in the way, you could really get hurt. Some people did really get hurt. But
This will be Quaker Fabric, Plan A. And Plan B. It used to be spinning department and weave rooms and the mending department. So that's how it used to be. That's the first plant for Quaker, for A and B.
this building behind me used to be Plant L. And in this building here, they used to make chenille yarn. This was one of their chenille plants.
Okay, this building over here is Plan D. This one.
This is Plan C. They used to have the R&D, the design department, and the headquarters.
This building here was Plant Q. They tried to get this to be like a one-stop shop from start to finish, making the yarn, weaving it together, and then sending it out ready to upholster. Quaker Fabric contributed a lot to Fall River. It employed families, mothers, fathers, children, in-laws.
Quaker Fabric is like a family because, you know, we used to share with everybody, like, you know, it's like you go from one department to the other, it was like you're still in yours, you know, because everybody will talk to you and be kind. It was like, you know, you never felt like you were left out, like it was all in family, like.
Good. I meet my wife there, you know. Yeah. I don't know if I did the right thing, but
They were good, they were family to us. We part of their families and they were part of my family. That's why we are family at Quaker.